boys and girls. I wanted to show you some things that we're going to be doing. We're starting a new unit in reading. So, this is the first lesson. So, I wanted to actually show you some things that we're going to be learning about. Okay, so I'm just going to shift this over and I'm going to show you the chart. You won't be able to see me, but you'll be able to see the chart. Okay, move this back. Okay, and down a little bit. There we go. All right. So at the top here it says elements of folk tales. And that's what we're talking about today is we're talking about what makes a folk tale a folk tale. Well, let me tell you some things. So we have stories are retold, storytelling. So stories are passed down from generation to generation. And that's how these folk tales came about. So they usually were told orally. They were not told by, nobody wrote them down. So eventually somebody did, but most of the folk tales long ago were not written down. We also have stories are fiction. So in our last unit, we learned about nonfiction books, things that are true or real. And today, they're not going to be. It's going to be made up. So I put a slash to the true. They are not true. They're fake stories made up for us to enjoy. Also, stories have story elements. They have characters, setting, problem, and solution. Okay, so the characters are the people or animals in the story. The setting is where the story takes place. The problem is something went wrong in the story. And the solution is how that problem is solved. So, in order to be a folk tale, they have to have all these things. We also have characters are animals that act like humans. So we actually have animals that are doing things that we would do, like talk and have a garden or whatever they're going to be doing. So, but they act like humans. And down below we have they teach a lesson or explain how something came to be. So a lesson would be like, what did you learn from the book? Did it try to teach you something? Did you learn? Um, and I just wanted to show you here on these as well. The story elements, we have characters. Remember, as I said, those are the people or animals in the story. We have the setting. A folktale is going to have the setting. It will have some kind of beginning, middle, and end to it. You're also going to have a problem, as I just said, a solution. So the problem is something goes wrong. The solution is how that problem is solved. And finally, the lesson learned. What does the character learn from the story? So, and that I just went over what was right here just so you could see some pictures and might help you a little bit understand. So, today we are going to read a story and we're going to see if the story has these elements so we can decide if that story is a folktale. Okay, so I'm going to read, and the book is small, but I'm going to hold it up close. So the book is called The Little Red Hen. And I'll show you the pictures right after I read. Once upon a time, a little red hen decided to plant some wheat. Who will help me plant this wheat? She asked. Not me, said the dog. Not me, said the cat. Not me, said the duck. You'll see. Hey, you see, they were all quite lazy. And there's the sorry, too close. Here are the pictures. Okay. I will just have to plant it myself, said the little red hen. Before long, all the wheat was tall. Who will help me cut this? Asked the little red hen. Not me, said the dog. Not me, said the cat. Not me, said the duck. I will just have to cut it by myself, said the little red hen. Before long, all the wheat was cut. Who will help me grind this? Asked the little red hen. Not me, said the duck. Not me, said the dog. Not me, said the cat. So there they are, not helping again. Okay, so at this point, we should start to think a little bit about our elements. So we should think, is the story fiction? Is it fake? Ask yourself that question. Do we have characters and a setting, maybe even a problem start to happen, and a solution? Not maybe not yet. We have characters, are animals that act like humans. And also, hopefully, this will teach us a lesson. So we'll get back to our story, but already I'm starting to see some of those elements of the folktale. So hopefully, you're starting to see them too. I will just have to grind it by myself, said the little red hen. Before long, all the wheat was ground. Who will help me bake this into bread? Asked the little red hen. What do we think is going to happen here? Are they going to help the little red hen? Not me, said the dog. Not me, said the cat. Not me, said the duck. I will just have to bake it myself, said the little red hen. And you can see there she is baking it herself. Before long, all the bread was baked. Who will help me eat this? Asked the little red hen. Me, said the dog. Me, said the cat. Me, said the duck. Oh. No, because you did not help. I will just have to eat this bread by myself, said the little red hen. And so she did, with jam on top. There you can see her enjoying it, and look up in the window, the other animals not able to have any. So let's go back to our chart and let's think. Let's think about the story elements that we heard. All right, get a good view here. Okay. So remember, elements of folk tales. The stories are fiction. So what do we think? The Little Red Hen, was it fiction? Absolutely. And we can even know that because we have our characters are animals and they're talking, and that no way can happen. So we have two elements here. We have fiction, and we also have the characters acting like, are there animals acting like humans? Also, the story elements. We definitely had the characters, the little red hen, we had the dog, we had the cat, and the duck. So those are all the characters. The setting was in definitely a farm where they were able to grow the wheat. And we have the problem. The other animals will not help the little red hen. They keep saying, not I, not I. No, it won't help. And then finally, the solution is the little red hen, well, she eats the bread herself, and that's how she solves the problem of her friend not helping. And finally, down below, let me just move this. It says teach a lesson or explain how something came to be. So, did we learn a lesson from this story? I think we did. I think we learned that we all need to help out, and that we all need to contribute something. And if you don't, you're not going to get anything. So remember, these folk tales were told to teach a lesson and to learn something from them. So, how do we know something is a folk tale? So, in the next few slides, you are going to try that yourself, where you're going to look at a book and you're going to think, is it a folk tale? And you're going to think about some of the things that we talked about today. Okay? All right, boys and girls, I hope you have a great day. Have fun learning.